Hey brother! Ben, oh my gosh, the final trailer for Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald just dropped and I am losing my mind. It is so awesome. There are so many questions just circling through my mind right now, but the main takeaway I think that we're all having right now and that totally shook all of us to our core is that the trailer confirmed that Claudia Kim's character is none other than Nagini.
Nagini, our rightful place.
Called it! Oh my god, we so called this one. I cannot tell you how good this feels. And yet, as ever, there are even more questions that have just been flying towards J.K. Rowling this morning. Who we totally got to be in the same room as this week, and I breathed her air and it was glorious. It was one of the coolest experiences ever. Literally, when she walked in, people were just like openly weeping with happiness. It felt like being born again, like there was life pre-JK and now there's life post-JK, and I am now 0 again. I'll be turning 1 next September. Y'all invited to my birthday party. But anyway, she's been answering questions all morning on Twitter, and one thing in particular really got my head turning, and I think maybe we have identified a second Maledictus in the world of Harry Potter. None other than Luna Lovegood. Guys, in case you missed it over the weekend, our big announcement was that Ben and I have just started our brand new coffee company, Carlin Brothers Coffee. We've got beans and cold brew and tea and mugs and t-shirts and all that stuff, all available at carlinbrotherscoffee.com. We are currently during pre-order. Everything should ship the first week of November. Link in the description if you're interested. And now back to the video. Okay, so first, let's review. What is a Maledictus? If you are a Maledictus, it means that you suffer from a blood curse that will eventually permanently transform you into an animal. Now, it's important to note this is different from an animagus. An animagus is something you choose to become, and you have the ability to change back at will. A Maledictus is a blood curse. It means eventually you are going to change into some animal and not be able to come back. And as I learned today, also on Twitter, from J.K. Rowling, it does not always result in a snake like it is with Nagini. It can be any animal. It just depends on the curse that is placed on you. Which brings me to the J.K. Rowling tweet in question that sent me down this rabbit hole. It reads, "The Maledictus carries a blood curse from birth, which is passed down from mother to daughter." Mother to daughter. Okay. Two main takeaways from that. First is that I guess it's possible then that the Nagini we just saw revealed in the trailer actually isn't Voldemort's Nagini, but maybe her mother, which I can see happening. Like Claudia Kim's character, you could be a little more empathetic towards. You could give her and Credence a bit of a love story that's so tragic because you know that their daughter becomes the terrible Nagini we know in the Harry Potter books. Personally, I still think it's going to be the Nagini in Fantastic Beasts, but we'll just have to wait and see. But my other takeaway from that was, is she suggesting that possibly there is another Maledictus in the world of Harry Potter that we just haven't identified yet? And when I started thinking about it, the candidate list was really, really short because there's just not that many main female characters that it could potentially apply to. I mean, we know Molly Weasley isn't a Maledictus, so Ginny's out, and Hermione's Muggle-born, so she's out, and that pretty much just leaves Luna. But it turns out Luna is the perfect candidate to be an unknowing Maledictus. Because, for one, we know precious little about her mother other than that her name was Pandora and that she died while experimenting with a spell in front of Luna, which is why Luna can see Thestrals. Which, in a way, kind of helps cover up the true nature of Luna if she is a Maledictus. Because it means that Pandora didn't live long enough to become the animal she was cursed to be. In fact, it could even be that the spell that ended up killing her that she was experimenting with could have been in an effort to cure herself and Luna from this exact thing. Which means it's possible that Luna herself doesn't even realize what she is. But even if she doesn't know it, I have a guess as to what animal she might become. I think Luna is cursed to become a wolf. And let me be clear, I do not mean werewolf. In fact, J.K. Rowling herself tweeted this morning about the difference between werewolf and Maledictus. When asked to distinguish between the two, she specifically says they're different conditions. But that doesn't mean she can't be cursed to become a normal wolf. And let me also be clear, this does not mean that Luna is evil. Being a Maledictus in and of itself doesn't make you bad, it just makes you cursed. The fact that Nagini goes on to serve Voldemort and be like the world's most evil snake ever is a whole different story. But so let's get into it. Why do we think it's a wolf or that Luna could just be a Maledictus at all? And the answer is names. Let's start with her mom, Pandora, which is a pretty clear reference to Pandora's box, which when opened released all of the evil into the world, although I think you could interpret it in this situation by her mother to be like she released this curse into her daughter. Then there's her dad, Xenophilius, which is derived from the word xenophile, which describes a person who is attracted to that which is foreign or alien. I gotta tell you, if your wife was going to become a wolf at some point, that might be considered strange. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Xenophilius seems like a pretty good guy, except for, when he almost turned in Harry and Ron and Hermione. That was pretty bad. But they did kidnap his daughter. I don't know that I would have acted differently. Then there's Luna herself. Luna, you probably already know, means moon, which I know we said earlier she's not a werewolf, but I don't think you can deny the connection between the moon and wolves in general or in Harry Potter, even if it's not werewolf specific. Plus, we know that years after the book series ends, Luna goes on to have twin sons, Lorcan and Lysander. Now, individually, these aren't that incriminating. In fact, they mean Little Fierce One and Liberator, respectively. Which means, yeah, they're probably little heroes in the making. But if you take their names and combine them together, you can take Ly from Lysander and Can from Lorcan, and you're left with Lycan. And guess what a lichen is? Lichen is derived from the word lycanthropy, meaning someone who suffers from lycanthropy, the professed ability or power of a human being to transform into a wolf. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Does that not sound exactly like the description of someone who's a Maledictus whose curse would end in wolf? And that's not even the end of it. To top it all off is her eventual husband, Rolf Scamander. Rolf by itself is already just one letter away from being wolf anyway, but it also happens to mean renowned wolf. Like, what? Why are all other names about wolves? Plus, he's a Scamander, and much like his grandfather, Newt Scamander, he too is a magizoologist. Could there be a better person to marry a Maledictus? For one, it's just another awesome connection between the past world of Fantastic Beasts and the present world of Harry Potter. And it's possible that Rolf is the one who is able to eventually identify and help Luna, possibly even cure her of this with the help of his grandfather, who we know will know Nagini from the trailer. So, in the end, we have a family of 4, Rolf, Luna, Lorcan, and Lysander, all of whom's names have to do with wolves, and Luna's dead mom, who died mysteriously doing a spell we don't know anything about, and whose name happens to mean release evil. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just looking at the facts. And if you're still feeling skeptical at home, just remember, we totally already got this right once before, so, whatever. But Ben, my question for you and everyone else is, what do you think? Is it possible that Luna Lovegood is also a Maledictus destined to become a wolf until she meets her wonderful husband, Rolf? Let me know your thoughts in the towel section down below. And what was your favorite part of the new trailer? I'm just like, oh, I'm so excited. These socks are amazing! Guys, thanks for watching. As always, please remember to like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe so you don't miss any future Harry Potter action from us. If you want to see how maybe Draco Malfoy is a werewolf, you can check out this video right here. Or if you want to see which one of us, me or Ben, knows the most about Remus Lupin, you can check out this J vs. Ben quiz right here. But that's all I've got for you today. I will see you in another life, bro.